is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and welcome back to another How to Kill a Kit with Style. So this first part is sped up 4 times because this is the beginning of my thought process, and it doesn't work. So I have this cute picture of my goddaughter's son Hudson, and he's in like his carrier, and he has like that warming piece over, and it's camo. I'm like, oh, I need to use camo. And then I wanted to use this paper that was Case of the Blas, and it had orange and it had green on it. So I decided I'm going to map my photo with this orange and green freckled fawn wood grain paper. And I kind of put him off skew. And then I like the idea because he's kind of peeking out to kind of tuck it under that paper, the camo paper. And I wanted my title to be Peekaboo, so kind of knew that's kind of where it was going. So I decided to go through the ephemera pieces, and I really loved this sticker that said, I gotta find the paper that it was on, Eat, Sleep, Ride, Repeat, which I thought was perfect because obviously they're going somewhere. And so that's kind of the colors, and then it had that blue, so I wanted to pull in some blue. And then I had to hide that saying down there on the bottom, I don't know, that said breathe or something. And so then I had to go. So I left it on my desk, and I'm like, just not liking it. So this is me a little bit later, and I'm like, no, we're starting over. I like tore it apart, threw it to the side of the desk, and I was like, okay, I'm going to find a different background piece of paper. So I have this Indigo and Ivy paper pad, project pad from my friend Sharon. And I'm going to pull this paper right here, which is like the perfect color to go with the camo. And I'm like, okay. So I grabbed the other piece of camo that was not adhered to the Pink Fresh paper, and I am going to attach it to this kind of tan color paper. So I'm like, I had no idea how I wanted it anymore. So I knew I wanted him still kind of peeking from the camo paper. So I didn't know if I wanted to do it on the side or in the middle. Ultimately, I decided to put it on the bottom. Okay, so I'm feeling way better about this. And then I'm like, okay, I need some other embellishments. So I went through my ephemera packs and grabbed this Cocoa Vanilla Totally Rad. And so I'm going through there, and I'm really just going to pull kind of that gray and black and white and wood elements from there. So I liked the film strip. I liked the frame. That piece that said, "Hey boy," I thought that was super cute. And then that like speedometer that said 0 to hero, which I was like, that's cute because, you know, they're going on a car ride. So there's speedometers in cars. So there's my rationale for that. I decided I did need to back my photo in something. So I have this kind of naturey on paper from Case of the Blas, and I do one single matte, and that brings in a little bit more of that black and white. So I adhere that underneath, and then I am going to start layering. So instead of doing multiple paper layers, I'm going to do more of like some embellishment layers. So I am going to add that frame, I'm going to add that film strip, and then there's kind of like a weird little gappy up there, so I add that ephemera piece that says "Hey." And at this point I'm like, oh, I gotta actually adhere that camo paper before I start putting everything down. So that camo paper, based on where I had already stuck down my photo, needed to be brought down a little bit more. So I went ahead and did that. And now is basically just some embellishing. Like, this layout came together much quicker once I figured out what I liked and what I didn't like. So I wanted to leave that first part in to show you that, you know, I don't just sit down and it all comes together like perfect. Because nobody's perfect, and you know, like we start things and we don't like things on YouTube too. So I wanted to show you, not that there was probably anything wrong with it, but it was bothering me, and I feel like if it bothers you, you need to change it. Like sometimes you can work through it, and I just couldn't work through this one. So I add from the ephemera pack of the photo play, they had a camo frame, so I added another frame. And then to make that cluster that by the Hey Boy that's a little more impressive, I add like a gear and some arrows. And then these are Paper House Production stickers, and I pulled the silver and white stars, and I've already added my title off camera that says Peekaboo that is totally falling off, so I need to attach that with some glue, so I will do that shortly. And then a little puffy black and white camera. And then I decided to use some enamel dots. So I went through my enamel dots, and I have like this army green color, and I have this like tan color. I was like, those are perfect. So my clusters include a puffy star as well as 2 enamel dots. And then I decided to just add a little bit of messiness with some black Heidi Swap Color Shine spray. So I'm just plopping those down. I did decide to try to protect my photo in case I get a little crazy with some packaging. And that is going to do it. So I absolutely love how this one turned out. It's exactly what I was going for. So round 2 of this layout worked perfectly. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below, and I am going to do some adhesive on this. So remember to wear your crown. Bye.